Hello, everyone. I'm Maddie, host of Temple of Geek's Cosplay Connection, and today I am at Anime Los Angeles talking to Francesca DeCoster. How are you today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and the character that you're cosplaying today?
So yes, my cosplay name is Francesca, and I've been cosplaying for 8 years this month, and I've done probably maybe like roughly around 40 different cosplays throughout the last 8 years.
Awesome. Very cool. Now, who are you cosplaying today, and what inspired you to cosplay this character?
So I'm cosplaying as Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. She's a 13-year-old witch that leaves her village to go and live on her own for a year to train as a witch in a little seaside town.
Oh, very cute. That's awesome. Now, are there any skills that you picked up while you were starting to cosplay?
Okay, so when I was little, I used to hand sew, but I kind of lost that skill. But I'm getting it back slowly but surely. But there was things I would order, there was things that I couldn't find, so I would have to learn how to make certain accessories or jewelry or props. I cosplayed as, I did a whole Sailor Saturn weekend at Anime Expo years ago, and I couldn't find her glaive. I couldn't get it in time, so me and my mom made it in a day and a half. Yeah.
That's so cool. So because you couldn't find these certain pieces, you had to adapt, right? So
Yes.
making props and sewing things like that. That's really cool. That's awesome.
Thank you.
So do you prefer to make your own cosplays, or do you like to buy them and kind of piece them together?
So I do a little bit of both. For the most part, though, my mom is the genius behind every single thing that I cosplay. And she's teaching me to sew. And we work on it together, but my mom's the master behind everything. But I have no problem buying pieces. I bought this dress that I'm wearing, but my mom made the bow.
Oh, okay.
So it's a little bit of both.
Right.
But I have no problem buying things. I also get things commissioned from my best friend, Mariah Monroe. And I get a couple things here and there, and I just piece things together sometimes.
Awesome.
Just to get the look together.
Yeah, of course. And yeah.
Sorry, as long as I'm cosplaying, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally feel that. What are some of your go-to places to purchase pieces and accessories?
Definitely Joann's Fabric. They know me there at the cutting counter. I also go to downtown LA. The little fabric district is amazing. And then there's a little hole-in-the-wall place I go to in Pomona called Miley's Fabrics. So I go there as well.
Awesome. Is there a website or a store that you go to when you're looking for prop style pieces?
Not really. There's not a website. I'll just look at what needs to be builded.
Mm-hmm.
When I build a staff or something, I'll just get most of the pieces from Home Depot or Hobby Lobby or wherever and use unconventional items to build props and different accessories.
Nice. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, the unconventional thing. You're oh, look, PVC bits. Perfect.
Right,
that works perfectly. Absolutely. Now, cosplay, as we all know as cosplayers, can be an expensive craft. Do you have any tips for cosplayers on how to budget for cosplay?
I would just say just keep looking around, shop around, and see what the best deal is if you're going to buy your cosplay. But you can also, I don't know, you can check thrift stores. Mm-hmm. Checking thrift stores is great. You can check the swap meet. You can check a little bit of anywhere and just try to color match. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it doesn't have to be thousands of dollars.
Right.
You can look like thousands of dollars even if you don't spend thousands of dollars.
Exactly. No one needs to know.
No. It's our secret.
Yes, exactly. Now, we are only human. And sometimes as cosplayers, we can pick apart our own cosplays, or we feel like they're not good enough. Have you ever felt that way? And what do you say to yourself to get past those insecurities?
I've definitely beat myself up before over a cosplay or something going wrong. It happens to all of us. It happens to the best of us. We'll be at a con and something will fall off or fall apart, and I'm the worst, and I have meltdowns. But I just try to brush it off because I just most importantly want to have fun at the con. Mm-hmm. So I just try to just let go.
Right. Yeah. It's one of those things that's kind of, beyond your control, right?
Yeah. You have to just roll with the punches the best you can.
Yeah, absolutely. And what's nice is a lot of these conventions have cosplay repair, right?
That's the best. I've had to use cosplay repair before. I've needed safety pins or hot glue. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. And what's nice about the cosplay community is a lot of us, you can walk down an aisle and be like, oh my gosh, do you have a rubber band? Or do you have a safety pin or something? Have you ever had an experience where you've had to ask someone in the bathroom or in the hall, for something like that?
Eyelash glue.
Yeah.
I accidentally left mine at home. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, generally the cosplay community is super
Super nice.
Yeah.
And welcoming. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Now, at a convention, cosplayers are stopped for photos. Do you have any tips or best practices for posing for photos and even like setting boundaries with photographers?
So what I do for poses for the characters, I will look up what their like maybe like 3 signature poses are, and I'll work on those and focus on those. And I know sometimes photographers, they'll have poses they want you to do, but you have to make sure you set your boundary and you do those 3 poses you've practiced. You can have more than 3, but just as a basis, like if you're just starting, like just have those 3 poses and work on them.
Yeah, that's great advice. Thank you so much. Now, if someone is looking to develop their cosplay skills, what would you say are some of the best resources?
To develop cosplay skills, well, I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I looked up a lot of YouTube videos when I first started. YouTube has everything on there. And then if you have friends that sew, that helps too. Or you could just ask fellow cosplayers, hey, how did you get started?
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Francesca, for your time. Can you tell our audience where they can find you on social media?
Yes, you can find me on Instagram at Francheesy24_7. You can find me on YouTube, Miss Francheesy. You can find me on TikTok, Miss Francheesy. You can find me on Facebook, Francheesy Cosplay, and you can find me on Twitter, Francheesy24.
Awesome.
I hope to see you there. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, of course. Now you can find cosplay resources at templeofgeek.com as well as on Instagram at Temple of Geek Cosplay. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.